What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 10 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Mother Ostankya Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, we saw Borden Rybkin's war sled be an absolute menace on the battlefield at Great Skull Lakes, obliterating Astrogoth Iron Hand and a massive amount of Chaos Dwarfs and Hobgobs as well. And I absolutely love those sleds, and it looks like they racked up enough XP to all of them be upgraded to heavy war sleds, which they damn well deserve. And there isn't enough of a difference between the two in vanilla such that it would make it worth it to keep light war sleds around as opposed to heavy war sleds, because they're basically the same unit with a little bit more armor. So yeah, anyway, in terms of what we got to do this time around, I believe there's at least a few things to move this. Yeah, okay, there's still plenty of things to move this turn, and the idea is generally wipe out the Disciples of Hashut, but don't wipe out the Cool, because we want to maintain 99 out of 100 support without going over, because we want the Ice Court to catch up to the Orthodoxy, and if we go over, then the opposite will happen. Otherwise, we've got Wulfric sort of waiting around to hit the Altar of the Crimson Harvest, although it does look like Malachi is rapidly advancing through his territories and will probably continue to do so. We don't unfortunately have any allegiance to tell him to occupy anything directly, but that's not a big deal, I suppose, at least not now. And hopefully we can avoid dealing with Malice at all by having Malachi deal with it. But anyway, we'll figure it out. For now, let's get moving. Stank is fine where she is with Borden Rybkin. Will attack immediately. He's going to hit the Fort Dorjny Vort here. And by the looks of it, wipe these guys out for good. Ooh, we've got a little greenskin stack there, right? Hopefully we don't suffer so much damage here at the at this place that these guys immediately declare war on us. It is a solid war, and they actually got black orcs with great weapons in the war as well, which is better than anything they have in the main army, which is a little bit silly if you think about it, but anyway. You know what, we might as well just upgrade these, otherwise I'm not gonna forget, but might as well. It's not like it's a major difference in their cost anyway, and these guys, we may as well just upgrade them all to Streltsy as well. They're in here temporarily until they get replaced by little Groms, but, well, I mean, to have just a couple of random Cossers in here, some random. And you know what? We have one named Streltsy, the Boyar's Broadside, which have been with us since the very start. Worked their way all the way up from the basic Cossars, and that's for these three units that have done so. So you deserve a name as well, at least one of you, for now. How about, what do we have here? Cold, wow. The heck am I doing? Cold Iron Sights. There we go. And let's do the levels. I wouldn't normally bother, but you know, we're right outside the enemy settlement, or the enemy army. An enemy army is outside the enemy settlement, and if they attack us, well, they could punish us. Otherwise, we got most of the good stuff in here. We could start moving you through... Yeah, we could start moving you through your own tree. Fine, let's go for Scarred Veteran to start. You already have fairly decent melee attack, but we'll go melee attack next, but I'd like you to be tanky. You have Celiac Syllabi, let's get Blessing Discs, and while we do want Healer, we also want to get Enduring Devotion to get those buffs on everybody. And Tenacity for you, similar to the Lord. You... still haven't really decided on what we want to do here, Champion of the Ice Guard versus just... I don't know. Cooldown reduction for spells. I mean, actually, maybe 3 research rate also really isn't all that much, is it? And the rest of the stuff is kind of meh. I do like the ambush defense chance for Hero's Army. In particular, this army probably shouldn't be ambushed, so maybe in this particular situation we will actually take Eagle Eye. It's not like we're expecting the Frost Maiden to fight in melee when this is our Streltsy army, so in other armies the Champion of the Ice Guard may be more valuable, but not in this one. And of course Arcane Conduit. You are only rank 13, but you are going to be moving to Serena Katrin's army eventually, because Infantry Commander and Quartermaster combined makes it more worth it there than in the Streltsy army, which are obviously generally cheaper than Ice Guard are. Anyway, we're gonna auto-resolve this, like so. I'll do a little bit of damage, and, well, actually more damage than I would have liked, but nonetheless, we'll occupy the place. Also like so, Scroll of Lycos, enemy killed in battle, Hedge Wizard, sure you can keep that, and a War Bear for somebody, Ally mission successful, Zorna School captured, and Disciples of Hashut destroyed. We'll go to purge the steps as we always do. Gotta keep those steps purged after all. And I guess we'll build the taverns here. More likely than not, we'll delete it rather shortly because it's a green territory, but we'll allow for the devotion to heal up first. Oh, that also gave us another Ataman. Well, that's great. We got a golden touch one right here. I don't really care for the plus 10 growth and would rather have plus 3 devotion, but it's better than nothing. What are we looking at here? We've got pretty good money coming out of Erengrad already, so Erengrad is a decent option, so is Northern World's Edge Mountains. I feel like these provinces will generate more money at their height than the 3 main cities, as odd as that may seem, so we're going to put you here. And then if I remember, I'll get you the tax collector and all that other stuff. Anyway, you're good now. We got another level in this one we will get because you want Mentor up and running as fast as possible, but the rest don't get Mentor, and I'll just level them up afterwards. Alright. That looks good. Who's up next? Oh, I clicked an Ataman, of course. Now, we are not taking the cool out this turn, and in fact, we have to send Recruiter Zubov right back this way. Unless we send Konstantin Bukowski back this way. Does it really matter? I mean, this guy has the stuff that we were going to put in this army, but on the other hand, this army is a full stack and has a Cold and Scar Blood Rat, so we might want the full stack to help out. Yeah, let's do that. We'll suffer attrition, but it's better than losing the territory. And then you are supposed to join this army, but as to whether we can do so right now remains to be seen. If you go here... Oh, you wouldn't be able to move together, would you? Well, that's annoying, because now I don't know whether... We don't want to... I wish I knew how far this guy could travel. I mean, I'm just going to assume that you'll be able to back off, or at least I'm gonna hope that you'll be able to back off, we shall see, and then I guess you're just gonna sit here and wait, and then you can move into this army as well for when you transfer. Good enough. I don't think these guys will have enough of enough units to do anything about any of this anyway. Alright, that looks good. Who's up next? Evgen... Oh, I just clicked you. My bad, man. Tsarina Katrin, you are going to the next location of the Drippin' Fangs, and we'll probably have to loop back up around into the mountains to deal with the Bone Rattlers. I don't really want to occupy too much of the Darklands. Auto-resolve? Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to get used to that. At least we heal quite a lot here. And compared to how little we heal in the Cathay campaign, it is nice. It is really nice. But anyway, yes, upgrade the Stanitsa immediately, or we could wait the turn, it doesn't matter. Upgrade it immediately, at least for now, and we'll deal with it. Drippin' Fangs destroyed. Yeah, these guys could very well declare war on us very shortly. They're also doing really well, aren't they? 13 settlements. Yeah, the Greenskins. Greenskins, very good. How do the other Chaos Dwarf units feel about us? Or units? Actually, Zharnagrun doesn't hate us. No, though the Great Temple of Hashut is a pretty good, it's a pretty good thing, so I'll think about it. Anyway, Tsarina Katrin, stay where you are. Konstantin, you've moved. Ataman doesn't need to move. Kastalton, you're moving towards the Tower of Crack to deal with Mr. Azazel. Alexander Turin, you're stuck where you are until we delete you as soon as we possibly can. Vasily Guyovich, you're going to go into the Altar of the Crimson Harvest and sit here under the assumption that Wulfric is coming. Anybody else? I think that's it, right? Ataman Belashevchenko is a hero who's waiting to go into Yevgeny Dmitriev's army, but then the rest of them can't move, so it doesn't need to be done. Alright, that looks good. We are gonna check Diplo real quick. Not gonna make any kind of agreement with Marienburg or the Man-Eaters because we might attack them, maybe Middenland, but not for now. And otherwise, I believe there's nothing to do except possibly build buildings. So, let's check those out. Can't be a lot because we already did most of them. Castle Alexandronov, you are going to need your... Alright. The insane cost. Yeah, no, I'm still not doing that. And I think we actually might have done most of the important stuff last time, so, I mean, I guess we could upgrade this town, or we could just wait, and then it'll be quick, because, yeah, okay, and don't do that yet. The rest of this we'll ignore as well. We need the extra public order that we get out of the boons, but first we need to hit the orthodoxy support. So, skip building upgrade. Garrison Lord outpost available with who? I'll check later. Hero not moved and... Hero not moved. Oh, it was... Yeah, okay. It was one of the heroes that's joining the Akshina army, so that's just fine. You need to level up just in case Wulfric attacks you this turn, though. And I haven't decided what to do here. We probably wouldn't be able to take too much advantage out of the... Well, hold the line. Well... Passive ability is +5 defense. The range is really, really short, though, so it feels like it wouldn't help that much. We could go Wall of the North and then use this army as a armored Khazar army, potentially, though there is another location where another armored Khazar army would be good. Haven't done a Cav-heavy army yet, though admittedly a bunch of our armies have Cav. And I know that we could reset him, and frankly, with the recruitment, or the Leader of Renown and firing drills, we probably will. Frankly, I don't like his trait, but at level 14, he's pretty okay. You know, just get Garrison's protection for now. Oh, we actually had 2 points. Well, damn. What would help most against Wulfric, I guess, is the question. You know, let's go Bulwark of the Permafrost, I guess. And let's go... Kislevite units with shields, specifically. I guess we could do the Armored Khazars and the Winged Lancers with you. I was going to do that with another army, but that kind of works with you as well. Let's do it. Alright, at least for now. Or possibly Griffin Legion. No, but the Griffin Legion... Well, I'll think about it. It will probably reset him either way. I just want to make sure that he had skill points assigned. End turn. Oh, I probably should have checked the Hag Hut or whatever it is, but whatever, we'll check it next turn. Alright, let's see what Wulfric does on the basis of all this. And ooh, Malachi is moving towards Azazel's Tower of Cracks, so that's good. Cool are going to want to peace out, because they already have wanted to peace out, but that's about it. Man, those end turns are fast. Sacrifice to Mathland, Ally begins outpost construction, ready for duty. I don't remember who you are. Technology researched. Ooh, hardened by winter, that's good. Wait, this is still locked? Do we need to fight the battle for it? Technology research? Ah, we do need to fight the battle for it. Fun stuff. Ooh. Hello. That's nice. That's real nice. Alright, we'll probably fight this immediately. I mean, I don't see any reason not to, right? We do get the bonus casualty punishment rate, which is nice as well. And... Alright, these guys have nearly caught up. We just gotta make sure to fight enough chaos battles to get the ice court over the sort of, over the line, and that'll be nice. We are now at, let's see, 50 per turn from Orthodoxy, and we are at 48 per turn from the ice court. Okay, that's pretty even. And I hope it stays that way. Alright, let's give this a read. Teeming with mystical energy, and the magical forests scattered across the land are a ripe source of spirit essence, promising untold power to any who might channel it. With the dark magic, gateways may be opened to each forest, providing an endless fount of spiritual power. The wood elves, however, prove a constant thorn in the side. Seeing such things as a threat to the sanctity of their land, they defend the magical forest against all intruders, barring entry to any who would seek to channel their essence. Dealing with these misguided miscreants will prove a challenge, yet with the aid of the malevolent spirits of the forest, the ancient power of these woodlands may yet be within reach. And yeah, we'll deal with that in a second. Nemesis Crown claimed, great for Carl. Frankly, we prefer that for ourselves. I just want to double check. Okay, so this actually needs to be unlocked. Cancel Hardened by Winter for a second. And then, okay, what about this? Glacial Blaster, Ice Shard Wielder, Vanguard, and Unbreakable. Yeah, it's still Glacial Blaster, still superior, so Storm. Alright, we'll do that. Then, Ostankya. Do we need to level for this? You were level 48, and I was hoping to save that for, you know, when you reach level 50, but it's all good. Okay, now I'm trying to remember what else we needed in here. We need 1 point in Mentor. We could go for the 1 point in Lightning Strike into Renowned and Feared, which would be the upkeep reduction. We don't need Horse Masters or Skirmisher Traditions. Wait, let me just count here. 1, 2, and then we could go 48, 49. We'll have 1 point left over unless... Wait. Double checking things in the woods. This is all fine. I feel like I'm missing something. Wait, Mentor is 1, 2, 3, 49, 50, yeah, so we'll have one thing that we wouldn't be able to do here, and we still would be able to get renowned and feared that way. A little bit of campaign movement range, a little bit of upkeep reduction. It ain't bad. And we don't use Cursed Cauldron or Malediction of Madness nearly as much as Witch Brew, Forbidden Fens, or Vengeance of Spirits, all of which we use constantly, basically non-stop. Yeah. And periodically the Curse of the Ancient Witch as well. Yeah, and generally speaking, I like the spammable spells rather than the big spells, just generally. But anyway, out of these, I'm going to say Enemy Battle Reinforcement time plus 25 into Renowned and Feared. And we'll go 49 Mentor and 51 of these, and then we'll be good to go. Won't be able to get Lightning Strike, unfortunately, but I think Ostankya can handle herself without getting Lightning Strike. And do we need to upgrade the Hags? Yeah, they've gotten some points to them now. May as well. Occam's Mine Raiders are definitely max out Pit of Shades, which is quite useful. I'm gonna say the Withering as well. And then, well, Ostankya will probably use a damaging spell, and we can use Pit of Shades if needed. Frankly, the same thing goes for the Mind Razor. Let's do the Withering and then Feebling Foe, the cheaper spells, essentially. Beast Lore, let's again max out Pan's Impenetrable Pelt, and I believe that's the entire lore maxed out. No more points in Mentor, so let's get you Spread Devotion first. Not like you're using any hero actions. Vissen's Wild Form should always be maxed out. Magical Reserves, Earthing, Transformation of Kadan, Curse of Anra here into Arcane Conduit, and then lastly, I don't really care for Purple Sun, but I also don't care for most of these spells, to be honest, so let's go for Doom and Darkness. We're only using Spirit Leech, Soul Blight, and Fate of Biuna by and large. And let's do 2 and 2. Yeah, alright. And that looks good. Now we're going to go for that quest battle. Well, let's see. Oh, I have to reselect it. Jinxland, was it? Yes, indeed. Teleport. And this looks really fun. And... Huh? Did I click the wrong one? Is this the GOTREK and FELIX battle? Huh. It is the GOTREK and FELIX battle. I clicked the wrong one. No, well, I guess we're doing GOTREK and FELIX then. And then next turn we'll do the other thing. Fair enough. I mean, it's been a while and I should have done that earlier anyway. We're not going to use any hexes because I'm pretty sure they're actually the source of the desyncs that we encountered. There we go, that's the word. Over the last 2 episodes. Let's hope that this one doesn't have them. Go.
As the day of mystery thins the veil between worlds, Slaanesh enacts his vengeance, dragging enemies from across the mortal world into his dark realm. Among the captured, the rogues GOTREK and FELIX fight, battling to escape the Prince of Pleasure's domain. Only destroying his arcane portals would weaken the Dark Prince's grip, yet those protecting them will demand a toll in blood. No matter the price, GOTREK and FELIX cannot fall, for their survival will deal Slaanesh a deadly blow and prove vital in the adventures to come.
The cowards amongst you tremble. Yet an old woman stands here, fearless before the foe. Now ask yourselves, do you fear the enemy more, or me?
Alrighty, here we go. I hope that we have a good fight here, as in... Previously, when I've done this quest battle, it's always desynced, but, well, I guess if you guys are seeing it, it either, as a cinematic, it either didn't desync, or it's a minor enough desync that it shouldn't be a concern. Anyway, we've got to try to protect GOTREK and FELIX, but fortunately for us, we shouldn't have too much of a problem, in the sense that we have a lot of heals available to us, and we're definitely gonna make them, or put them to good use. Gonna start off with that Vengeance of Spirits, or Omen of Spirits, whatever, to buff up the damage capabilities of our hags, and then start dropping spells on the enemy to combine with that slow death. The enemy's going to hit us back with a Spirit Leech, or a Lash of Slaanesh, rather, and we are going to hit them back with a Spirit Leech on one of their lords, or their Alluruses, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, so the goal of this battle is to destroy the 3 Alluruses that are around the Chaos Gates in order to seal them, and you just gotta keep GOTREK and FELIX alive while doing so. A bit of an escort type quest, which is kind of annoying, but as long as you got heals, it isn't as much of an issue. Anyway, we're gonna get the Fate of Buna going on some Spawn of Slaanesh. We got the Spirit Leech going on an enemy lord. Obviously, we have the Flock of Doom down. Basically, all the damaging spells, while we have that Omen of Spirits and buffing up our spell mastery. It looks like the enemy lord is trying to go after FELIX here. A little bit hard to tell what the heck is going on because it's rather dark, but not so dark that it's a huge deal, I guess. And especially, it's nice to see the Realm of Slaanesh on occasion. And just the, generally speaking, the Realms of Chaos maps. Anyway, out here, looks like the Allurus has been defeated by the Golden Knight, who was sent out with a bunch of spiders to kill it, and then we'll go on with same said spiders to kill the rest. There was a unit of Beowulfs or things in the woods with them as well. GOTREK and FELIX both looking to be pretty okay by the looks of it. At the very least, I see GOTREK around, and I know FELIX didn't die. He's in here somewhere. Probably just can't spot his icon in the midst of all this. He's in there, trust me. Or else the battle would have ended. Alright, and we certainly didn't see him die to that lord, because he was about full HP when he was fighting. Oh, he's right there. Okay, I'm just blind. And he's currently fighting a few demonettes who will melt away. And we are essentially in a big old blob now. Well, one of the Allurus is dead. The other one, or the second one, I believe, has marched towards us and is in the process of dying as well. And then the third one will get hit by a Spirit Leech, lose about a third of her HP, and then start moving towards us as well. I didn't know this last time I played the quest battle, but damaging them even slightly seems to send them towards us, which is quite interesting. I wonder if that could have been done with firing upon them with artillery as well, to get them to come to you rather than going to them. And yeah, the demonettes didn't count on the horror of the spiders and the wrath of the woods here. Lovely. Looks like all these units are destroyed. The last Allurus is heading towards us, together with some Fiends of Slaanesh and whatever else is still making its way through that Chaos Gate, but the other 2 gates are sealed, and oh, there is a little bit of a desync. These guys shouldn't be sitting up here. Interesting. Well, it may be a bit of a desync, but it's probably not enough of a desync to cause any kind of headache towards us, because we can still drop spells upon the Allurus. The Golden Knight will head directly towards her. We'll drop a Fate of Buna, Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma, and Spirit Leech upon said Allurus as well, all with the Omen of Spirits buffing up our spell mastery, and a couple more hits will see the Allurus fall. And with that, the battle is ours. A rather quick and easy one. Certainly, I was expecting a lot more trouble here due to the escort quest nature of the quest. And oh, I just got it. It's the Realm of Slaanesh, so it had to be an escort quest. Oh, I just got that anyway. Alright, ooh, 10,000 gold, not too bad at all. And that went reasonably well, not nearly as much damage as I thought there might otherwise be. The heals that we have really help, and ooh, lots of XP. That will be nice as Ostankya finally reaches rank 50. Beautiful. Campaign movement range plus 10% and devotion plus 5, or a tiny bit of healing. I'm gonna say just pardon the captives. It's not a lot of money either, but it's better than nothing. Anyway, victory over Slaanesh, warhorse for some guy, and there we go. Casualty or punishment rate, and GOTREK and FELIX both on field at Mother Ostankya's location. They're moving over here. both of them. Starting at level 1, sadly, but what can you do? We'll be putting them in an army together with Ulrich. I usually don't because, well, they don't necessarily need to be together, and she's a solid caster that we could put in another army, in fact, a very solid caster. But, I mean, we could do that here. Anyway, oh, Ostankya didn't quite reach rank 50. Come on, game. You had to do that, didn't you? Anyway, Ostankya, you could March Dance and reach Pillar of Skulls from here, healing you to full. Huh? Oh, right, we have to still unlock this. I wanted to teleport Ostankya. Well, I suppose before we teleport her, if we want to generate one more thing in the woods, we probably should. Alright, in that light, then, this is what we'll do. We'll fight the other quest battle immediately as well, the Jinxland. And then unlock this, such that we can then make the Golden Knight leave the army. One of the big reasons she was in this army is because she provides the bonus XP to Ostankya. It was 20% bonus XP. Yeah, this casualty replenishment rate is also nice. But I mean, character gain experience plus 20%, which is pretty darn significant. And we get the big bonus XP when fighting these quest battles. So I think we make use of it one more time. So Jinxland, that was the one I was trying to do anyway. Teleport. And let's see what we got here. Pretty scary Wood Elf army, I gotta say. The War Dancers, the Treemen, Zotes, etc. Should be pretty interesting. Although, oh wait, War Dancers aren't nearly as scary and vanilla as they are in SFO, are they? Ooh, we actually get to play with the Malevolent Tree Spirits? Game, it's what I wanted. It's everything I wanted all along, but anyway, let's fight.
You know the horrors of the deep forest. You know what lies in store for those who oppose me. Take heart, for today I am on your side.
Alrighty, here we go. We've got the Malevolent Tree Spirits in tow, and I'm pretty glad of it. Well, it's basically what we wanted since the very start, and once again, I did check the mod that gives Ostankya access to Malevolent Tree Spirit units, but unfortunately it hasn't been updated in like a year, so we had to play without it. But oh well, the goal of this particular battle is to keep this Malevolent Ancient Tree Man alive, and he has lost about half of his HP already, so we're going to drop Goulias down upon him and heal him up with, well, basically every bit of healing we got. Flock of Doom comes down, Spirit Leech comes down, and probably a bunch of other spells as well. Omen of the Spirits to buff us up, and ooh, we're taking a little bit of arrow fire to Ostankya, who lost about 10% of her HP, but the rest of our units are moving on in to work together with the Malevolent Tree Spirits as we fight the somewhat malevolent regular Tree Spirits. And I'm going to drop a Spirit Leech over on another blob of spirits over on this side. Basically, there's two individual skirmishes going on. Ostankya and the Hags are kind of in the middle of it, and just dropping spells on both of them, making sure that the Lord is kept alive, as that's the victory condition for this particular quest battle, and otherwise just serving to outlast the enemy. We've got that slow death working for us, and we've got spells aplenty, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. Of course, the enemy did bring some Ancient Tree Men, some Zotes, bunch of decent stuff here. But the spells should make up the difference between the forces, as it tends to do. And ooh, they do have some Blade Singers here, though, which we do need to watch out for. Though it'll probably take them a while to work through all those Dryads, all the while taking tiny bits of damage from that slow death over and over. Plus, our spiders are not to be underestimated. I'm really hoping that we can ally with the Spirits of Shanlan. Since we couldn't ally with Draika since she doesn't like us very much, maybe the Spirits of Shanlan are still an option. Anyway, the enemy lord is down to about 10% of his HP and still getting attacked by our blob of units, including now the Hags. Looks like, however, the enemy is sending in some reinforcements, including a Forest Dragon and tons of flyers as well. Great Eagles, Great Hawks, We got great stag knights as well. Everything's great. But that's not so great for us, I guess. Great stag knight's gonna plow on into those spiders, but it looks like the spider hatchlings from our allies will actually stop them in their tracks and allow our bale wolves and our giant spiders to react. Plus, of course, the Golden Knight is here. The dragon touches down to once again try to go after the Lord, but the dragon gets hit hard by a bunch of things, debuffed by the curses, I should say. Armor lowered to 0, melee attack and defense basically at 0. Poor Forest Dragon will achieve nothing. Tons of flyers continue to move on in. We can't really do anything about them as in knock them out of the sky, but if they should choose to touch down and attempt to attack the hags will run right over them. Or just spell right through them. In the meantime, the rest of our train of spiders and our things in the woods will move forward. There are a bunch of additional units that have moved onto the field. More great stag knights. We got glade riders, sisters of the thorn, etc., etc. And we gotta catch them and make sure that they stop. But the battlefield is being overrun by our spiders now. I'm almost tempted to build just 2 armies full of just spiders and just overrun enemies like this, because it's fun. And it feels like Ostankya could always use more spiders. And yeah, landing among the spiders like this seems like a pretty bad idea there, Giant Hawks. I don't know how well that's going to work out for you. And dropping down among the silk tide and the things in the woods as well. But maybe they're trying to bail out their stag knights and their other cav. That said, the bounce power is at about 90% in our favor. The Lord has been healed up to about 90% of his HP, and now we're just running down whatever units remain. Now, the calves still attempt to escape us, but we can chase them down. And it looks like the battle is very nearly ours. I think that dragon is going to come back briefly. But we'll drop another Spirit Leech on it, and hopefully it doesn't get a breath on right into the midst of our spiders. But it might have already popped it into cooldown. Well, we'll touch down instead, and we'll shatter even as it does. Perfect. That worked out well. I think the enemy shattered as soon as their lord died or something, but yeah. Pyrrhic victory for the enemy Wood Elves could have maybe even been a desync, not that it really mattered over much because the battle was over and no more reinforcements were to arrive. Lovely. I'd love to see more fights with our units combined with the malevolent tree spirits. Alright, there we go. No problem at all on this time. 15,000 XP, which should most definitely give us enough to level Ostankya up. There we go. And since she's going to be teleporting away, that's when this is now the time, the perfect time for the Golden Knight to go to Tsarina Katrin's army. So we're going to pardon the captives. Also, wait, let's double check how we did here. Silk-Ted, Arachnophobia, 8.8k. Ooh, one of the unnamed giant spiders at 17k did the best, so good job, unnamed giant spider. And as for the things in the woods, once again, a battle against the nameless enemies, I guess. And so the nameless of ours. Beat the others. Anyway, pardon captives, yes for the money.
The world's magical forests call to the daughters, revealing gateways long since hidden to the uninitiated. No matter the distance or what lies between, the Coven can traverse their secret ingresses in the blink of an eye.
Wasn't that lovely? Bailiff, and there we go. Quest successful. Do these stack? Yes, we do. We got 4 turns of this, and the short victory achieved, giving us +3 hero capacity for all heroes, in particular hags and frost witches, is really nice. We are going to... Hey, got a new trinket for... I guess that counts as defeating the Wood Elves, doesn't it? Lovely. Now, these probably, it seems, they cause the desyncs, which is a shame, but well, whatever. I will maybe give them a try one at a time and then see the desyncs if we bother. It's not like we really need them, let's face it. Agony successions to as many of you as possible, and then, I mean, it doesn't really matter what we do, just something. Just something, and we just gotta spend the requisite amount to unlock the next version of the hex, or the next hex rather. We'll go back to the land and we'll immediately unlock the Jinx portal. What does the empowered version of this hex even do? Select a magical force to teleport to. Yeah. I just wanted to see what this does. Cooldown upon activation, teleports the target army to magical force. Cooldown upon activation 5 turns, global cooldown 1 turn. What's the difference? 48, 24, 5 and 1, teleports target army to a magical forest, teleports target army to a magical forest. No, seriously, what's the difference? 5 and 1, 5 and 1. Am I missing something? Somebody please tell me. Wait, maybe it doesn't say it there until the tech is done. Teleports any target army to the chosen magical forest. Oh, maybe any target means not necessarily a friendly target army, is that it? Not that we'd ever use it for anybody but ourselves. I mean, why would we not use a teleport? But anyway, Golden Knight. It's time to move southward towards Serena Katrin, and then I guess Ostankya, don't even go into the Pillar of Skulls, go right here, and then we'll use this location to build our last thing in the woods. Oh, it's only 1 turn, good. It'll start at a lower level, but it's okay. 2 of the spiders will be replaced by the incarnate elementals, but it'll be once again a while until we get them up and running. Anyway. How did we do? Level 31? Good. Alright, Ostankya, you've got your last 2 points. 1 point in Mentor, obviously, because you're always still going to be fighting the most. And then we basically have to choose between Cursed/Blessed Cauldron and Malediction of Madness. Frankly, I mean, I do like the Rampage thing that this offers, and it isn't quite as expensive as Cursed Cauldron. The thing is, while it's nice, I use it so rarely compared to the buff and debuff spells that I don't really care as much for it. I guess the problem with the Malediction of Madness is it's only 1 unit that's forced into a Rampage, but, I mean, still not horrible. Probably more likely to use one of this one rather than the Cursed Cauldron, or Blessed Cauldron. It's just at 19 mana, there's a billion things we can cast, and there's not enough mana to go around. And frankly, the same is kind of true for both of the spells, but we'll do Malediction of Madness. Yeah, alright, good enough. Then what we want to do is this little army. We are going to... You actually reach them. I was going to stop them in place, but that might no longer be needed. Huh, go figure. Okay, well, we might fight them, or we might just leave them there. I'll think about it. We still need... Ooh, we need to fight 2 Chaos battles. Okay, so, Konstantin Bukowski, you're gonna go here, to the Burning Monolith, and then you're gonna reinforce. Frankly, I should have done it the other way around, but I guess it doesn't really matter. And you're gonna reinforce in, I guess no choice but March Stance, like so. All these heroes are also supposed to join you, but they can't reach you in 1 turn, so just sort of follow along. And how's that auto-resolve looking? Decisive victory, low casualties. Let's hope the spiders don't die from that. Obviously, we don't need to fight these guys. And they're basically destroyed anyway. No, I screwed up. Wait. Sack it, don't occupy it. I forgot to do a thing. Sack it. Unfortunately. Gotta do it, though. Tax collector. I got so excited about destroying these guys that I forgot to do... this. We will want to go into Dominion and grab Devotion plus 100 for newly captured settlements in chaotic wasteland climates. Spiritual conquest. Like so. Then, if we capture it, also like so, occupy. Our devotion will be maxed out, meaning the climate penalty should be gone, and climate penalty is not gone. It shouldn't take 7 turns. Huh, that's weird. Am I mistaken, or does this say devoted? All climate penalties are nullified. This one, Tower of Torment, seems okay. No, it isn't okay. Tower of Torment is a green territory. Why is this... Huh. That is strange. Okay, delete this. Wait, Monolith of Festralung, you're also... Something's up here. Something's up. If anybody can explain to me why this isn't working, I would really would really appreciate it, because it should be working. Okay, we need to get the empowered version of that hex. Did we get another Ottoman available? Yes, we did. No golden touch, unfortunately, though. And wow, 3 inspiring auras. Okay, it shouldn't repeat the same one a bunch of times. That I gotta say. Anyway, we are at 2,000 gold per turn here. Zerna School is not generating gold, but that's fine. These places will probably not care about as much. I guess Riverlinsk, then. Alright, Riverlinsk it is. Yeah, and maybe we'll go funded by fate for the extra growth then. Like so. Kind of makes sense to put it in Erengrad as well. Alright, and ooh, that actually reminds me, we did the other Ottoman, and I forgot where we put him. The new one. Was it this guy? I think it was this guy. Let me just see here. You, yes, Grigory Boskovich. You rename Ottoman Boskovich, or once again I will forget, and then we'll get you a tax collector. Plenty of these to go around. Never a shortage of tax collectors somehow, is there? Recruiter, rank +2 cavalry. I don't think we need anything else in here, or at the very least, I'll get the bailiff. And the Ottomans, okay, I actually did forget that. Alright, good. The rest of that, I'm happy with. We also got 3 ice court boons. May as well boon it up here as well. Now, what was I going to do for the ice court? I think it was the hero action success chance, because we were going to increase our tech thievery now. Campaign line of sight, all enemies revealed. Old allies is also quite nice for the relationship with the Empire and the dwarfs. Alright, let's start with that. Then we'll move to the hero success chance and move back to no idle hand, or move back to foreign policy. I think that's the best way to do it. Anyway, Golden Knight, you're heading southward. You are recruiting your last thing in the woods before teleporting, and then let's keep moving. Borodin Rybkin. Although I guess the question is, where do we move you? The Greenskins ain't attacking us, at least not right now. Might want to loop back around. I don't know how frickin' the Karakadrin managed to lose this, but yeah, rather than sending Tsarina Katrin up here, I guess we'll send you for now, sir. Go. Actually, as for Tsarina Katrin, I mean, we are still at war with these guys, though they are willing to peace out. I don't know how deep we want to go into the Darklands as opposed to, you know, creating a new empire. Peace, but join war against... Wait, no, they're not fighting them, never mind. I wanted to see whether we could get these guys to fight each other, but yeah, you know what, Tsarina Katrin, stay here for now. I mean, we've already fought with this version of your army a bunch of times, and I'd kind of rather wait and get you your new stuff. Ooh, Volksgrad's ready for tier 5. Yes, please. Okay, we should actually take a look at the buildings rather than just one by one. Also, you will want to go for the farmstead here. We'll do the buildings after the moves. What is this character? Okay, that was the Ottoman. Oh, we should probably check the Ottomans as well. At least some of them will have evolved at this point. Ooh, yes, ambassador. More diplomatic relations with everybody. Well, I'm glad I checked that. Alright, this Ottoman doesn't need to do anything. Boris, you, my friend, need to move down to Port of Secrets. That has not changed. Also, what are we at here? 80 and 70. Character traits, battles fought in buildings. I think it's actually the same, it's just we got less from the battles fought this time around. Go here to the Port of Secrets. And, ooh. What do we have here? Malice Darkblade with a bunch of stuff. And it's Sarkhan with a steel chair, but anyway. Atman, you are fine. Recruiter Zubov may attack. I will think about it. For now, let's take a look at everybody else. Tsarina Katrin, you're staying where you are for now. Konstantin Bukowski, you two are kind of staying where you are as well. Can we trade you any more stuff? Yeah, we can trade you the spiders so that they don't take any more damage. And I'm just gonna hope that the penalties do get nullified, like actually nullified. So they all get nullified. All climate penalties nullified. Then why is this taking 7 turns rather than 2? Game. Okay, well, we'll hope that it gets nullified next turn. Next Ottoman, leveled up. Let's go for the Introspector, though we do want to get court sanctioned as well. Well, it's not the biggest priority. Ataman Yakov. I don't remember what well, I guess we'll go for the Devotion. Frankly, all of these are great, so I mean, just pick one. Pick one and stick with it. And these will have to be deleted for money-making structures, but we'll leave them there for now. I already deleted the higher version of it. Wait, do they? Huh. Wait, do buildings no longer get demolished to... Weird. They were here, I demolished them, They went down to level 2. Are you telling me you need to demolish level by level? I'm pretty sure that's not how a demolishing building works, game. If you demolish a building, there isn't a smaller, slightly older building within it, like a nesting doll. Oh, maybe it's a Kislev thing. I amuse myself anyway. Let's see, Consultant. You, sir, are still moving to the Tower of Crack. Let's, oh, I was hoping to besiege it. Alright, well, it's not like we're looking to take it for ourselves, so... Oh, wow. Well, I guess this is attrition-y, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, it's attrition-y due to swamp plans. Alright, fine. I was hoping for him to channel. He needs a, you know, an actual army as well. Not this garbage, but that'll happen eventually. Is Wulfric in range of the reinforcing? Or is he just standing outside? Maybe we can fight him. I just kind of wanted to fight with newer armies rather than the random ones. Let's do the foreman for you for obvious reasons. And you guys have moved. Okay, you actually should have moved further, and you should have moved further. Y'all got in each other's way, didn't you? Yeah, and that's what happens. Scout. Go scout. No. Don't find Bellicor right now, because as soon as we find Bellicor, what's going to happen is that he'll start sailing towards our territory, ignoring all the other enemies. So we'll go bypass Bellicor. Alright. Vladimir Shapka, who are you? Strong, you are going to join Gestalten, yes. And speaking of, we should probably check the Hag Witches, the Frost Maidens, and the Patriarchs while we're at it. We can't build Patriarchs here anywhere, can we? That's kind of hilarious. Weapon Master. Kinda meh. Let's mill one. And we'll hopefully get a better one. I want better Patriarchs for Gestalten. You should have a proper number. And, ooh, are we ready with the... No, one more turn. One more turn. Fine, fair enough. Let's see about quick deals for a second. Marienburg Nagaryth. Wanting to trade, eh? We'll take it. They probably won't be happy if we fight the other wood elves, but they'll probably be a solid trading partner, so I don't see why not. Also willing to give us a decent amount of cash for it. Though that'll possibly bankrupt them, but whatever. I mean, the elves do get a lot of benefit from the from that, so yeah. Exiles of Nehek, how do Nagaryth feel about you? They don't like you all that much, but we could still trade with them. It's gonna be their problem, whatever. We were sailing out to find elves and other trading partners anyway, and that really hasn't changed. I would love the frickin' northern provinces as a trading partner, though. Well, we almost pressed declare word. Blessed Dread. Oh, you got it. Lovely. Defensive Alliance. And the northern provinces, by the looks of it, are doing pretty good. I'd love to get the military alliance as well, but I'm certainly not giving you 8k for it. Let's hope that the friendliness essentially grows, and then we can... get the military access as well. We're looking to save the Empire here, so... Oh, Golden Order and Western Provinces. Beautiful. Do that, and... Non-aggression pact? Wait. Yeah, we can't do the military, whatever. Alright, take their money, take their agreements, and then hopefully... Wait, who are they at war with? Jiangxi rebels, a moment. Join war against Jiangxi rebels. Then trade agreement, and then... I was hoping to do the... that doesn't work. Alright, fine. And just do these for now. I was hoping to do the military or defensive alliance or some kind of alliance with them, but it's okay, it can wait. I'm sure we'll get it up and running eventually. We could do Golden Order, though. As long as they're friendly with the other Cathayan factions, or the factions in Cathay, I should say. Yeah, defensive alliance with you. Lovely. And that's real lovely. Much needed trade, and military alliance with Reichland now. Who would they possibly get us into a war with? Durthu doesn't hate them. Oh, actually he doesn't like the treaty. He doesn't like the treaties with us. I could see that. I could see that. But he's probably not going to declare war on our entire block. Then again, it is Durthu. Nonetheless.
Greetings from sea. Very well.
There you go. I'm sure we'll be fine. Especially at this point where we're looking pretty good. Defenders of the Great Plan, you are not liking our treaties with Cathay or the Golden Order. You don't hate any of them. Maybe we can still be friends. Trade with you. Oh, and they're not vassals, meaning Nakai's faction is dead. It's just that this little minor faction is still alive. Alright, that's all we can do. Let's see. Our trade income is now 7.5k. Not really all that much, but all the alliances probably got us a few new trinkets, which is nice. Gotta try to talk to those ogres as well, but I wonder if Goldtooth is still alive. We didn't gain vision of him, so who knows. Anyway, I believe we got potentially 1 or 2 fights. We do gotta build buildings, though, so let's start with Skull Road, as one does. Alright, Gormani Mountains, Kirik Vlag. What are we missing here? We are missing, I guess, the farmstead. We also can do the money from the provincial courthouse. 70 and 80. We are still gaining more by the looks of it from... Actually, are we? Or is it the battles fought against Chaos? That's, well... It doesn't change the fact that we want a farmstead here, so let's start with the farmstead and then we'll continue with whatever else. Fort Strogov, let's upgrade you. You know what, we have the money, let's just build the stupid Nevsky's Cathedral. It's terrible, but we'll just build it. Purge the Steppes is fine. Fort Ostrosk, we will keep the defensive structure up and running for now. Right. I'm just worried that this little faction will randomly attack us. Even though this is taking space and it's bothering me. You know, I'll delete it. If they attack us, then I will have earned that. Let's see, trade quorum, money, and a sort of money. Writhing Fortress, 5. 5 is with the penalties? Okay, 5 will take it. Oh, you should be... Okay, no, you're the right one. Bloodfire Falls, what are we at here? 7. This place is... Oh, wait, this was the one that we were waiting for, hopefully next turn to hopefully... Wait, 4 is fine. Why is this 7? Oh, wait, this is Tower of Torment. Damn it, it got me again. Alright, fine, just build that one up because it's gonna get me for a 3rd time and then I'll be looking like an idiot. More so than usual. Anyway, Zornu's cool, you're fine, you are... Gonna keep the curtain wall, I think, and yeah, might as well upgrade this at Longship Graveyard. Yeah, it should be 5, not 7. I don't know. Anyway, the rest of this looks okay. Now, Wulfric. I think he's outside the range. Can we defeat this army with this random garbage? Is the question. Are you able to be upgraded? No, you are not. You guys aren't able to be upgraded. We can upgrade to you to more, He is winded, though. If we use the hexes, we definitely could, but the hexes will cause a desync, and I don't like that. Giants are going to be a problem. We don't actually have enough range to deal with them. I guess it'll depend on what position we're in. We also don't really have a caster, but, well, it is what it is. I was intending to try at least one of these, but only one type out. So, for example, Typhlosis is an option. Or we could try Agony Succession and see if there's a desync, and if there is, we'll know that Agony Succession causes desyncs. Let's try that. Alright, let's put it on you and on, I don't know, one of these guys. Let's see if Agony Succession desyncifies stuff. Go.
A lifetime supply of grain to whoever fells the general.
Wait, a lifetime supply of what to whoever fells their general? Did anybody hear what he said? I couldn't quite make it out. I just assumed he would be offering kvas, but who knows. I'm interested to see what he was offering a lifetime supply of. Anyway, we're going to start the battle by annoying the enemy. We'll try our best to see if we can't win this. It's a lot of big boys here. Wulfric, 3 giants, a mammoth, and Skyla Hanfengrim as well, who incidentally has 35 missile resistance and is unbreakable, and I believe some kind of regeneration. They've also got Fimir warriors, skin wolves, and just lots and lots of stuff. And this is just random BS go sort of army that we got from our allies. But it'll serve, at least I hope. We'll have to see. Anyway, the idea here is to draw some of the enemies forward, in particular Wulfric, into an ambush. These are Akshina ambushers after all, and it's about time they pull something like that off. So we draw Wulfric forward with our fast movers, and then into the Coral Storm from the Akshina ambushers, who hit him for about 40% of his HP. He does continue moving forward and will charge into those horse archers, however. Down to about half HP now, but the horse archers will block off the shot, so we're going to charge him in turn with our single entities, our lord and both of our heroes, to try to block him for long enough for both the war sleds and Akshina ambushers to get at least a couple more volleys down. He will drop down to about 20% of his HP, get a nice hit into those war sleds, who will drop by about a quarter, but with that, Wulfric will shatter. And just on time, because the rest of his army is on the way. Gonna get a couple more volleys into the enemy marauder horses, and then we have no choice but to back off towards the rest of our army, which is deployed here, where there is a sort of impassable terrain, and of course the Kosovite dervishes waiting behind them. Alright, now the skin wolves here have charged the horse archers, but we're not running them away because we need to back the Akshina ambushers off, who are absolutely critical to this particular battle. If the Akshina ambushers should die, then the battle will not go well for us, as that's where our damage is coming from. It looks like a enemy mammoth is now moving forward, gonna try to get the Akshina ambushers to focus it down a little bit, plus Skyla. Huh, I don't remember doing that. Weird. Okay, oh, it might be desyncing. Well, let's see. They do start focusing the mammoth again, who rapidly loses about 20% of its HP before charging into those Akshina ambushers. We're going to have to back off, so we're going to send the Kosovite, not the Kosovite dervishes, the Kislevite warriors in, and just keep hosing down the mammoth with everything we've got, including pistol fire from our various armored Kossars. Gonna also pop a Salyak's Lullaby to heal everybody up as we continue dishing out damage to the mammoth, which has broken. And here come the marauders, horse and infantry alike. The rest of our units are engaged. Skyla has arrived as well and is trying to go after our patriarchs and lords. The giants have moved in to back up the Fimir, and are tearing apart those poor Kislevite warriors. But what can you do? This giant has lost about 10% of his HP, and we got two more moving in, and we are starting to get mobbed here. Time to back off the Akshina so that they can get new firing positions, while we send in the Kosovite dervishes in the same position that the Kislevite warriors are. The purpose of this is for them to activate by our blood and just sacrifice themselves. And after they die, we can send the Kossars. After they die, we can send the horse archers. As long as the Akshina ambushers can keep firing, and we still have a chance. But this was generally a bad idea, but you know what, it's a pretty fun battle so far. We got a nice little ambush going and knocked out Wulfric, so that in and of itself is worth it. And it's not like we really care about what happens to this army, so... Anyway, Norscan Giant still getting focused down to about 30% of its HP, while the Kosovite dervishes and Kislevite warriors continue to hold back the tide of Norscans. Their giant here has shed about 20% of its own HP as well, and we are trying to back off further so that our Akshina ambushers are behind now the lines of Kossars. Starting to focus Skyla and Fingrim down, and yeah, definitely a desync here because I only started focusing Skyla after this giant had been destroyed. So yeah, I guess and that mammoth should actually be dead, not routing and rallying. Well, we'll see if it makes a significant difference, because only targeting the bigger units, which are not routing as much, may not have actually made a huge difference here. We'll see, but either way, it does look like the hexes do cause desyncs, although on the other hand, we had no hexes in the battle against for GOTREK and FELIX, and that had a slight desync as well. Might be something inherent to Ostankya, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, Skyla's down to about 1100 HP, Giant's down to about 30% of its HP, the Mammoth has returned, the other Giant is whacking away at our Lord and Patriarchs. The other Giant is still a tiny bit of HP as well. But the battle is close, with the balance of power at about 80% in our favor. Come on, bring those big boys down. We definitely need it. We do, fortunately, now have 6 uses between our two patriarchs of the Salyak's Lullaby. So we just gotta hold on and keep using those Salyaks to keep our units healed. And hey, our Kossars and Kislevite warriors still do manage to hold the line. Skyla down to 822 HP and unbreakable, but the rest of his army, by the looks of it, is breaking. The Giants are done, all with 20 to 10% HP, and a couple more hits should bring Skyla down as well and give the battle to us. If these guys are actually willing to attack Skyla, which they are. Lovely. I was thinking that because of the desync they might not. Anyway, the battle result was the same. It was very slightly different than the way I played it, wherein I had all of these guys actually focused down, so none of the giant units should be running away. And though on the other hand, more of the Marauders should be alive, so it was kind of, yeah, compensating for itself. Anyway, okay, I guess that giant still gets destroyed, but yeah, lovely. I do manage to pull it off, and I guess we don't need to send a full stack of more elite units to deal with this. All right, there we go. We actually pulled that one off. Such is the power of random BS. As this was just a random army. The Akshina Amishers did well at sniping Wulfric, and these three held off both Wulfric and Skyla, forcing them to turn their backs to the arrow rain. And then, of course, we went after the Giants and the Mammoth, and ended up pulling it off. Still pleasantly surprised by it, and we didn't even spam hexes or anything. Who needs hexes? Anyway, Salyak provides, I guess we want to chase this army down. And bonus versus infantry, charge bonus, warbear for some guy, probably the patriarch in this army, and these guys will probably die if we try to auto-resolve this, won't they? Do we care? Do we care if they die? They will not die. I lied. Auto-resolve. Alright, very nice. And a free Griffin banner. Hey, why not? Much better in SFO. But anyway, we are going to go into... devotion +5. We want to max out the devotion here, do we not? Yeah. The others were minimal, and then you can move back into Ultra the Crimson Harvest and sit there for a bit. Malachi should be able to take these rather easily, and I don't like how Elendilling is going to pack Ice Bay, but I think we're going to attack Elendilling anyway by moving to Lorelorn. Anyway, with that, folks, we're out of time, and I'm going to call the episode here. Next time, we will complete the recruitment of the last things in the woods, and then teleport down to Lorelorn, where we will begin essentially saving the Empire from whatever the heck happened up here, and possibly send another army southward to Sylvania. We gotta do something. The end of the campaign will be when we reach the 6th and final of the hexes, and we gotta consume a fair bit more spirit essence to do so. Actually, that reminds me. Let us use Coven's Curse Mark on you. Even if this army can't kill them, they wouldn't be able to cross, and then the other armies would be able to reinforce. I think that's the best way to do it. Perform. There we go, and then plus that's another way to use as much of the spirit essence as possible in order to try to unlock the other. Oh wow, 1100. Damn, that's gonna take a while. Go figure. But anyway, more Ostankya to come in. Oh wow, that's a concerning amount of support for the Orthodoxies still. Although, if we get a couple more Chaos battles, then maybe the escort can catch up. 20, 13, and 50. Well, anyway, I'll calculate it next time. Stay tuned for more. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.